Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me. My name is Amy. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe down below so that you can see all of my intermittent fasting updates in the series and keep up to date with my progress from here forward. So this week we're on week 16 of intermittent fasting. I'm going to give you the update results of my progress so far since beginning. This update's going to be just a little bit different than the ones in the past because this update's not going to have a weight. The reason for that is that I'm doing a 30-day no weigh challenge, I guess you could call it. I'm not weighing myself for 30 days, and at the end of 30 days I'll weigh and see where I'm at. Just because I feel like I get a little bit dependent on the scale and numbers and what they say. I get a little discouraged. Even though I do measurements and I see the change there and I can see the change in how my clothes fit and I can see all of the things that are not related to the number on the scale, it just gets discouraging to kind of like see it at the same place. And inevitably I always have kind of like a little whoosh of weight loss, like, you know, my body will hold on to it and hold on to it and then all of a sudden it's gone and I'm down several pounds. But I feel like I'm spending too much time in the in-between, in the interim, feeling like nothing's happening. So I'm breaking up with my scale for a month. But I will tell you kind of where I started and how that went. So let's just jump into the results. So since we're not doing weight, I can't obviously tell you how much weight I have lost. I started out before I stopped weighing at about 176.4. So we'll see where we're at. Maybe in the next update, I think would be approximately the end of 30 days. I'm not sure, but I'll let you know. So that's kind of where we started off for. And just if you haven't seen all of the other videos, I started out at 193 and was down to 176.4. So that is not an insignificant amount of weight lost. Nearly 20 pounds. I'm pretty proud of it. So if you saw my last video at 14 weeks, you'll know that I was down about 26.75 or 26 3/4 inches from when I started measuring. So now at 16 weeks, 2 weeks later, I'm actually down 29 inches total overall. So I did lose 2.25 inches, 2¼ inches in the last 2 weeks, which is fantastic. It means there's still progress being made. I'm not strict on my fasting regimen. There are some people that will do intermittent fasting. They fast, you know, a minimum of 20 hours a day. They fast while doing keto or low carb or a strict exercise or, you know, whatever, what have you. They're a lot more rigid. I prefer the flexibility and kind of laid back, sort of laissez-faire approach to intermittent fasting. So I strive, I've said this before, I strive for 16-hour fasts every day, and then if I go longer than that because I'm not hungry, I go longer than that. If I'm hungry, I eat. I just kind of listen to my body and my hunger cues, and I eat when I'm hungry. But if I'm not hungry, I don't eat, because there's no reason to eat if you're not hungry just because society says you should or because it's been X amount of time. Obviously, this doesn't apply to like extended fasts. Anything over 72 hours is considered an extended fast and should not be done unless specifically monitored and okayed by your doctor. With that being said, my average fast this week was 17 hours. So I made that 16-hour mark. There were a couple days when I went longer. There was one day when I went not quite 16 hours. I don't always hit my goal. I still fasted. So my average was 17 hours, which puts me within my goal of a 16-hour average fast. And I'm still getting results from it, so that's fantastic. So now that we've got the numbers out of the way, I wanted to talk non-scale victories. So for my first non-scale victory, I'm going to show you a visual. These are shorts that I bought and had to wear last summer. So this is 2 pairs of shorts. I know it's hard to see. There's 2 pairs here. This first pair was snug. It was snug when I started out intermittent fasting. I could wear them, but they were snug. Like they fit, well, let's say they fit tight enough that nothing would fall out and expose anything I didn't want seen. So they fit, but they were snug on me. Now, these shorts, these ones, these same shorts, I can pull down without unbuttoning. These shorts are the next size down. They're the exact same style, brand, everything. They're just the next size down. Let me line them up for you. You can see this is where the one pair ends and this is where the other pair begins. Not that you can tell on camera for a visual, but that's about a finger. It's about a finger's length, 3/4 of a finger's length of difference in size. And these smaller shorts, I can actually wear. They're not like super tight. So not only are the huge pair no longer snug, the smaller pair are no longer snug and fit comfortably, not too loose, but comfortably so that I feel relaxed in them. So that's amazing. Yay for smaller pants. The next thing I wanted to talk about, and I don't know if I've really touched on this in any of the other videos, I kind of don't always realize the benefits that I'm getting from fasting, because it's like things, you know, things that you just deal with every day, or they're just kind of a thing, so you don't really think about them consistently, and then one day you just realize they're not there anymore. It's kind of how it goes. The first one I wanted to touch on, it was actually in a group that I'm in. Somebody was asking if they had had any resolution with this symptom, and I was like, oh, hey, I used to have that, now I don't. And that's plantar fasciitis. So if you've ever had plantar fasciitis, you know what I'm talking about. It hurts. If you haven't, it is in the fascia, which is a tissue in the bottom of your feet. I don't even know what happens to it exactly, but the fascia, it somehow becomes irritated or inflamed or whatever. It hurts. When you step down, when you walk, it hurts. It's pain. I had to flare up so bad that I literally, like, I'd have to get out of bed in the morning and very gingerly step down on my toes and lower my feet down and then kind of hobble to the bathroom. It hurts so bad. Now, I'm sure that some of that is because I've lost weight, you know, almost 20 pounds down, less strain on the feet and the joints. Also, the inflammation reduction. It's just like, I haven't had a flare. I have not had a flare or foot pain other than like I've been walking all day, my feet are tired, but like I haven't had plantar fasciitis related pain since I began intermittent fasting, which is huge because that ish hurts. Like, it hurts. So I'm so excited to say that that has resolved. Additionally, and I think I mentioned this in my last video, my skin is better. Just the texture of my skin, there's like acne scarring that has gone away, that has healed. I had like a lot of texture, just bumpies, and those are gone. My face just looks a ton better. I'm just healthier in general. My hair is not falling out as much and it looks much better. I don't know if you've noticed. This is like 2-day hair. I haven't washed it in a couple days, but my hair is healthier and better, and I just feel like my body is kind of absorbing nutrients and vitamins and using them better and more efficiently. So I just kind of feel better overall. Yeah, that's where we're at for week 16. All good things still. Progress is being made in the right direction. I have not grown tired or weary of the lifestyle, which I think is kind of why I like the flexibility and not being so strict and rigid, because I can literally eat whatever I want. And I can just, you know, like, it's just, don't eat after 8 p.m. and don't start eating before noon. I usually never eat breakfast anyway, so I just have black coffee in the morning. It just, the flexibility is amazing. And the benefits, I've actually had several good friends contact me and say, hey, I'm going to start this fasting, you've inspired me. And then they've gotten back with me and said, hey, you know, I've lost this much weight, or my labs came back and they're, you know, they're improved. And so it just, I love hearing it because, one, I want my friends to be healthy and I want them to be happy and I want them to experience the same health benefits and weight loss results that I have. But also, it's just good to know, like, it's a good feeling to know that you're reaching people and that they're like, hey, this is amazing, you know, thanks so much for sharing, I'm gonna try this. And so it's just, it's all warm and fuzzy. Anyway, yeah, I mean, it's fantastic. So I'm going to keep sharing these updates. If you want to catch my future updates, if you're interested in seeing any of my other videos, you can check those out. If you subscribe, you won't miss them. I do have a vlog coming up. We do those every once in a while. We recently went to Washington, D.C. and I vlogged that. I have a couple videos coming up. We do homeschooling. We have 4 children currently that we are homeschooling, and just a lot of other stuff here and there coming up that you won't want to miss. So subscribe so that you don't, and I will see you back here next time for our next update. Thanks so much for joining me. Have a great day. Bye.